I got some skeletons in my closet, and I don't know if no one knows it. So before they throw me inside my coffin and close it, I'ma expose it.
We're here to talk about healing, period, but it's a process, okay? You need to be intentional about it. Once you decide to heal, understand you're like signing up for a lot of internal looking in the mirror, being honest with yourself kind of work, you know, not we gonna get money, hey, get money, not that kind of work, because that's easy to do, but it's actual the internal work where you have to literally just kind of be honest with yourself, good, bad, and ugly, and learn what you want to improve on, what you want to fix. If you don't want to fix anything, understanding that it's just all about growing and evolving. This video is going to explain how I interact with women and why I kind of treat women the way I treat women. It stems from my mom, but it's I can just go more in depth or explain a little better, and how as a woman will be done, I guess, all together with you and not wanting to be in a relationship with you. Here we go. I am a great example of nature versus nurture, because my nurturing was taught to be like a dude, like a little boy. She didn't mean to, but subconsciously she was teaching me how to be a soldier. But because my nature has me walking around with big old titties, like I was supposed to be more feminine, you know, more womanly. I had to learn, if a man is gonna take what I say, I have to think, like, would a woman take it? I talk to men and women the same, I do. It's just in certain situations I have to watch it, especially with women, if that makes sense. And that was just me growing up and evolving and like actively trying not to come off as a bitch. I come off naturally as a bitch, but when I would talk to women, especially asking someone, what did you think about me when you first met me, opposed to now, those type of questions, like niggas would be like, nah, I thought you was mean as hell, and it stopped right there. Women would think I was a bitch and I was evil. Like I was gonna go out and intentionally do horrible, negative things. There's a litany of examples to show y'all that I am kind of just me. It was more so actively trying to be aware of how I come off and, you know, being more aware of how women are more sensitive to things opposed to men. My problem is I kind of like being alone, and we're working on that, okay? I don't really do things to have friends. The quickest way you can become Lenoka's friends, probably holding yourself when we're opposing each other. We're in direct opposition of a thought, an idea, a solution for a problem, and you hold your own against me. That's probably the quickest way I'm gonna be your friend, because I'm gonna respect you. Boom, off that. A lot of women and some men, they will start placating my point of view to just end it. If you want me to change my point of view and how I feel about it, move me enough so I can see different. You know what I'm saying? Don't disagree with me and you have no conviction. You don't have enough conviction to make me respect you. I don't like yes men. I don't like people like that around me. I like people who gonna tell me the truth and be like, cause you bugging. Shout out to Reggie motherfucking Jackson. Please say the Jackson. Please say the motherfucking Jackson. I think his Twitter handle was Reggie Obama. Y'all don't quote me. Please don't quote me. This will explain why I don't hang around every female. Even if they seem to have it going on, they're great, have great social life, great family. Even if all that's great, it's why Lenoka will sit and wait and watch and chill and we're cool, but I'ma wait. I'ma see. The one he was involved with on the low, but friends, the one he's literally involved with in public. But the intentions, the true intentions of going out to work for this newfound friendship, were a little foul. This is why Reggie Obama gets my respect. We were old enough to understand that that wasn't kind of the way to go about things. But there is a God. Not that I'm saying Reggie Obama is a God. What I'm saying is he is the one who taught me to sit, wait, I will be vindicated. Like, this is where this lesson came. So y'all know when I was saying I knew at my cousin's wedding I was gonna be vindicated. Once I knew she called me, I knew I was gonna be. This situation back in college, this situation taught me how to wait until the vindication came. The end of the semester, Reggie Obama comes. Why am I saying his whole? Reggie comes. He comes and tells my friend the truth. And I don't know if I cried or I almost cried. I be telling y'all, I'm like a sensitive thug. Like, thank you. Okay, we don't necessarily have to be friends, but when you go out your way to try to make it seem like I'm a liar just to save face and, you know, keep your reputation, that's what I'm saying. Women are a little more calculating. Shout out to Reggie Obama. Thank you so much. I never got to tell you thank you, but I'm a crybaby, so that did really touch me, and I never forgot it, ever. Probably will never forget it. My sister was able to do it, and she did it, and you did. So, thanks. Moving on. The stoplight party. My evolution in how I deal with women is truly my healing process. The guy Simo was acquainted with, they were all at this party. I think he was just trying to get by. I just was just like, okay. I didn't have an attitude. I just slid his hands off of me. So when I did that, he pushed me like full force. I'm like, whoa. What the fuck? You know, can't no nigga just push me. Especially with some pressure behind it. No. So now we're like locked. We are in an arm lock, which was so weird because I felt like at some point he was about to flip my ass. I don't know you, I never talked to you, I never said nothing to you. You could have never got that mad to try to really push me full force. Like, that's weird. Mo was like, oh, no. You gotta let her go. Trey Rich comes. Trey comes. And he's like, oh, no, you gotta let her go. Not this one. Like, let her go. Please let her go. Like, I don't know what happened, but I'm telling you need to let her. So they both just like, just let her go. Just let her go. Just let her go. I don't know what's going on. Let her go. We're finally done. Okay? And I love Simo. I love Simo and Trey Rich. And I have always since I met them. But this situation, like I told y'all, black men are, I'm telling you, that's what they do. They protect and provide, period. Whether you're with them, you're their girl or not, that's what they do. It's what they're wired to do, especially if you're a black woman. Ever since this situation, I'm like, yeah, y'all my niggas. Sorry, not sorry. Like, I got y'all. We get back to school. I see him on my way to the HUC, and I'm like, Lenoka. Oh, I keep walking. My sister stopped to talk to him. I'm like, get my food. And I sit down. This same guy comes to sit down. And I'm like, nah, I don't know what you're doing here. You're not sitting with me. I'm telling y'all for a fact, if you don't really know me, you see a man put his hands on me, I won't be breaking bread with him. I won't be. I won't be making money with him. I won't be. Okay, cool. I'm not actually playing about that. I actually mean that. So I'm going to finish the story and we're going to see how much I mean it, okay? Because I was 20, 21, 20, 21. I was young. I'm 30. I won't be doing it. I don't condone it. I don't condone coward shit, as I have said, as I have stated, as I will stand on and continue to stand on. These are two bystanders, innocent bystanders that don't have no issue with anybody there at the table. They're coming in, stepping in like, hey, okay, it's getting out of hand. She's getting really upset. Can you please move? No, I'm not. I don't have to move. LaShondra said I could sit here. I don't have to move. All this whole room has chairs and tables for you to sit and eat. You just have to sit here. Okay, cool. So Lenoka flips the table with everybody's food on it. Like I said, you won't be breaking bread with me. You won't be eating with me. Period. But then my mom comes and got me and like, Lenoka, you shouldn't have left your sister on campus and you shouldn't have done that. That's not how you conduct yourself in public. I'm like, I asked him to get up and he's telling me he's not going to get up because my sister is the one who invited him at the table. Yes, I'm flipping the table. Why wouldn't y'all think I would flip the table? You're not eating with me. I don't care who. If God said sit here, the table's still getting flipped. Because I don't eat with people who put their hands on me. Especially if it's a man. No. And I don't care who told you it was cool. It ain't cool. It ain't ever cool. Okay? It ain't ever cool. You gotta take me out this world for it to be cool. You feel me? You know, even in that situation, my mom and my sister both thought I was wrong, and it's just like, no, you let coward shit fly a little bit. It's gonna continue to happen. He kept trying to antagonize me. So shout out to Trey Richardson. Shout out to CMO. So all my patience for women just kind of just doing weird shit, manipulative shit, vengeful shit, petty, passive aggressive stuff, all that patience and benefit of the doubt, it went to my mom and my sister. You give me a small inclination that you are a weird bitch or you suffer from weird bitch syndrome, I kind of skate. Like, I am, I'm gone. I am out of there. DeAndre Hopkins, D-Hop, he played football. His mama is blind, okay? And I'm going to explain why you can't even let weird bitch energy around you or let it sit or let it grow. His mom was just dating a guy. Didn't know too much about him. You know, she liked him and she had just started dating him. He was also dating another woman who suffered from weird bitch syndrome. And because they were dating, she threw acid on DeAndre Hopkins' mama. That's how she went blind. Ever since I've been doing this movement, I've been seeing a lot of women with weird bitch energy or weird bitch syndrome. Because sometimes you can just have the energy. That means you feel off. You're a little insecure. So you're just projecting and you're giving off weird bitch energy. When you suffer from weird bitch syndrome, you need to go look in the mirror and do work. That's all. You're either constantly negative. You're constantly trying to talk about people. You're constantly acting like you deserve more than you actually put in anywhere just because you're supposed to be better. Those are the women I usually stay away from. If you give me any signs that you're disingenuous, I'm out of here, okay? I need to blend that in. Okay. Alright. The next person I want to talk about, y'all know Rita. Rita, she live in Huntsville. I met her through my brother, but I love Rita. And we're talking about healing and that being portrayed by my direct relationship or health of relationships with women. Miss Rita, we need to talk about her, okay? always speaks life into me, always uplifts me. She always being a great example of what women should be to each other. And she's been like that literally since I have met her. She has the best attitude, best disposition. She's just amazing. That's the one person who knows, like, about my brother, I'm gonna cut you. I'm gonna cut you about my brother, okay? She'll laugh at it, but she'll let me know, like, that's a good thing. She's just a great woman, and she's a great woman to usher in younger women and talk to them and give them some guidance and some wisdom that she's learned through life. She's the best person for that, and I love Rita for that. She's amazing. She is in Huntsville, Alabama, so if you do not know her, I would say get to know her. Her name is Tarita Battle on Facebook. But I call her Rita. That's my girl. But I love her. Like I said, when I was younger, I used to be a bitch. But that's why I was a bitch. Because I was angry at a dead man for leaving me with my other parent. Right. See? So I just feel like when you want to heal, it literally takes time, and it takes you just being honest with yourself. Like I said, me going broke wasn't nobody's fault, which is why you didn't hear me blame anybody. We gonna do a little something like this. Kick it. Kick it. And y'all know we can't heal without God. So once I found Mahalia Jackson, y'all know that song? How it go? The man that bled and suffered, and he hung on Calvary. And I want to thank God for how he brought me. And I want to thank God for how he taught me. Oh, thank God for how he kept me. I'm gonna thank him 'cause he never left me. Y'all gotta praise the Lord. Y'all gotta praise the Lord. And I'm gonna thank God for old time religion. And I'm gonna thank God for giving me a vision. Okay, let me stop. Whenever join the heavenly choir, and I'ma sing and never get tired. Okay. I think we're gonna clean this up. And I'ma sing, never get tired. And then I'm gonna shout all my trouble over. You know I gotta thank God, thank him for being so good to me. I think I'm at that point of the aging process where my boobs are now screaming to my stomach, move bitch, get out the way. And they're not even supposed to be down the street from each other. I don't know what's going on with life. Girl, let me know. Let me know. Certain things as a woman, I don't want you to think about doing. That shouldn't conjure up in here. Like, no. So once that happens and you show me, like, oh, I'm a weird bitch. It's like, oh, goodbye. So now I kind of have like a really good relationship with women. Well, another way I had to heal is because like I like doing everything alone, and I like being alone. Okay. And that's one thing we kind of know about Lenoka. I'm better off, as y'all see, alone. I mean, it's not necessarily I'm better off alone. It's more so I'm different. I think differently. I act differently. I speak differently. I dress differently. I wear my hair differently. I don't like bras. The way I operate, I'm a completely different individual. If you don't know how to deal with it, you will try to control how I'm being different or in how I'm going about doing things. And that's where I'm no longer going to be myself, if that makes sense. As I got older, more mature, and started healing, it was more so like, okay, I'm going to actively try, give people, you know, a learning curve, because like I said, I'm very different. If you're not used to that, it can be intimidating, scary, weird. It can be a lot of things. And if you read too much into it, you can fuck yourself out of just a position with me altogether. Say I started listening to other people. Once I started operating from that, that's when everything was like, everything went to shit. Like, if my dad died, the only person that's supposed to help me, the only person that's supposed to, listen, the only person that's supposed to help me is my mom. When I went to LA, I had moved there already broke. When COVID happened, we were out there. I told my sister I didn't want to come back. She was scared because she was like, Lenoka, you don't have any money. What are you going to do? I was like, I'm going to figure it out. Because I knew for a fact my mom wasn't going to help me when I got back to Huntsville. So I did have a better chance of being homeless in LA. But my sister, I love my sisters. And my sister, she was too scared for me. She wasn't going to go home if I didn't go home. And I didn't want to go home because I knew my mom wasn't going to help me. Sure enough, she didn't. I don't get nothing out of having a relationship with my mom. And she knows, like, she can't really lay claim to any of this because my mom didn't teach me how to do any of this. I learned how to do my own makeup. I learned how to do my own hair because she quit doing my hair. I learned how to do all this video editing because I taught myself. Like, I learned how to put things together because I taught myself, because it was more so lack. Like I said, I know for a fact my mom's not going to help me. It doesn't matter what help I need. She's not going to help me, which is why I go into things solo dolo naturally, if that makes sense. Because my dad died, and after my dad died, I learned to not depend on my mom because I couldn't depend on my mom after trying to depend on my mom. Does that make sense? Like, she provided for us after my dad died. That's kudos to you, but it's like, if I need you as a mom and you're not there, I don't give a fuck about your provisions. Does it make sense? Because God provides. Like, he's gonna provide. I need you to be something else. I wouldn't let people help me because I always felt like my mom was supposed to. It took me growing up and healing to realize God sends me people because they're usually gonna give me the help that I need from my mom that she's not gonna give me. And it's been like that since I was little. That's why I didn't mind telling y'all I went broke, because I didn't go broke. She cut me off when I was 17. And if I wouldn't have tried to constantly make her help me and accept the help God sent me, like I told you, I didn't tell my friends because I knew they were going to help me, but they were already sent to help me years before. I can, but that's not learning the lesson, if that makes sense. That's not what God sent that blessing for. My friends, they did help me, but because I didn't really use it, I only got a little bit, and I should have literally used their help and told them, because I didn't. When it came back around, I needed their help. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to tell them. And they didn't really like that, which is okay. It's just, I knew God was going to be pleased because I wasn't supposed to then ask for the help, because that's what he sent them for previously. And because I figured it out, and because I refused to call them and tell them because I ended up getting through it, that's what I got blessed for. And that's what I was saying. It's like, y'all thought I was going crazy, but I knew what I was doing because it was a part of what I had to heal from. Like, I had to heal from not asking for help, but I couldn't ask for help from the people God sent because I was being disobedient. You see? because I was being disobedient. I cannot then call on what he had already sent, because then that would be using. That would be not learning my lesson. That would be, oh, I'm now in trouble, call, Big Mama and Big Daddy to come bail me out. And it's like, no. I kept trying to tell my sister, like, no, I don't want to go back home. I would rather be homeless in LA. Like, I don't want to go back home. My mama's not going to help me. I'm going to get stuck. Sure enough, that shit happened. I was trying to be responsible. So I had paid all my bills up. So I didn't have any except for my student loans and my cell phone bill. And I was like, I can do that. I'll just be broke for like 2-3 weeks. So I was getting paid every week. I pay everything up Friday. I leave my mama's house Saturday. That's why I didn't care about telling y'all I went broke, because I had been broke. But this time I was actually being responsible. This time I was like, I'm gonna be at my mama's house. Why I'm gonna have bills? That makes no sense. Like, either I'm gonna have my own place to stay and have bills, or I'm not having any bills and I'm staying at my mama's house. But I left the day after I did that shit. My ass was like, you know what? I'm gonna go sleep outside. I don't care. God gonna come get me. Like, a part of this healing journey was knowing God was gonna come get me, but I also, like I said, I was doing things that was making me appear more crazy, if that makes sense. I was doing things in order for God to come get me, and the only explanation was gonna be God came to get me. That, if that makes sense. So if you're standing on the back, if you're standing far away and you're looking, it does look like I'm crazy. But if you actually know what I have to heal from and why I gotta not do certain stuff and why he would tell me to do this, I don't really look that crazy. I could have stayed a week, saved money, went somewhere, I could have asked somebody, but it was just like, no, I'm going to do this and God's going to come get me. And this guy named Thomas Hinton, he married Pavani, and Pavani used to work with me at the gym. So one day we were all out there. We were, hanging out. And I started asking him how to build a fire pit. And he explained to me, he told me how to do it. I live in a quiet neighborhood and nothing ever happens, okay? Especially not a homeless person sleeping outside. I took all my stuff. At the top of the hill, there was this abandoned house, but it was the foundation of the house. It wasn't the house. It was the foundation of the house. So it's just a slab of concrete, okay? So I was like, okay. So I'm going to I took my stuff up there on the other side of the slab, and there was nothing but trees. I just had cover and a pillow. Like, well, shit, I'm gonna have to make a fire. And so from his instructions from 5 years prior, I remember Thomas Hinton. Oh my gosh. I'm good in nature, but I'm also Lenoka. Like, that's the only way I can explain. So I start all over. I get 3 big logs, and I crisscross them like this. And I get a whole bunch of little twigs and I TP them at the bottom. Right when I got everything great and set up, the lighter goes out. So once the lighter goes out, it was like, what am I gonna do? So I had a piece of paper, I put that at the very bottom of the twigs, and I had matches. And so I had threw the lighter in there and lit the paper with the match. And when I tell y'all I almost burnt my eyebrows out, that fire said, pew. All right, I can do this. I can be, live in the woods until I figure something out. And the reason why I went up there is because I actually got a job taking care of a little boy in my neighborhood. So I was literally walking to work and I could sleep outside. So I was like, okay, God's gonna come get me. That's how I felt. God's gonna come get me and I'm gonna wait on him to come get me. So what happened really though, God comes to get me through a person. I told y'all. So I King Christmas. His mom saw me taking all my stuff up the hill. When he gets off of work, she's like, hey, I saw one of your friends. She had all her stuff. Well, he asked me about it, and I was like, yeah, but I wasn't going to tell you because I felt like you were going to help me. So, like I told y'all, I don't ask for help. I have to need help. He was like, why you didn't say nothing? I was like, because I feel like God gonna come get me. I think you was gonna help me. So I'm just gonna let God come get me. This night, he was like, no, I don't want you to sleep outside. I'm like, I don't care. And I'm real stubborn. Like, if I haven't let y'all know that. Everything was wet. It had rained during the day. So I couldn't light anything. And so his mom, because I wasn't acquiescing, his mom came back and she was like, at this point, the police have been called, and somebody called the police on me, and they're here. It's like, Lenoka, it's supposed to be freezing tonight. You can't sleep outside. I'm like, are you going to come back and bring me to work in the morning? He was like, no. I said, okay, well, I'm sleeping outside. It's freezing. I don't get a fire started. Blah, blah, blah. What am I going to do? So Lenoka's been camping before. I had a pack of hot hands. I put a hot hand right under my boobs, like near my heart. And I put it, another one right on my backside. Then I put one right under my head. Then I put two on my feet. Then I put so I'm good and on my way to sleep. Fine. All of a sudden I hear, Lenoka, get up. And I was like, no, get up right now. And I'm like, it's too cold. I'm like, what is going on? So I started waking up. Y'all, it's Hakeem telling me, like, he literally, he let me go. He let me sleep in his car while he was at work. He worked night shift. And because, like I told y'all, I'm stubborn. I was like, his mom tried to get me to not do that earlier in the day. But because I didn't acquiesce, I guess she had called him while he was at work, and I was still out there. It literally was supposed to be freezing. It literally was. But I had so many hot hands that I was warm. No fire, I was warm. So when he finally came and got me, he blasted the heat because he thought I was going to be freezing, but I had so much stuff on. I was like, please turn that off. Like, I was sweating, and I had only been in his car 2 minutes. I won't suggest anybody else do it. I'm very stubborn, and I knew God was going to come get me. I didn't think I was going crazy. So if God's telling me to do something, he's not going to leave me nor forsake me. So he's going to come, and he's going to come get me. And yeah, I didn't. Hakeem actually came and got me, and he let me sleep in his car while he was at work, and he came, like, checked on me and everything, and he is a good guy, so I'm pretty sure I, like, scared the fuck out of him because, like I said, I grew up privileged, so there is no guy who saw me growing up could imagine that I would do it and be okay. Like, there's no guy, there's no woman who saw me grow up the way I grew up and think I can sleep outside and be okay. No, there's nobody. I haven't tried to cook outside. That's probably be the next step. But there's nobody who, like, grew up around me and would think that I could do that myself. So he was, like, being, you know, a black man. He was being the best Superman. I'm so thankful. I just did it because I would want somebody to do it for me. And I'm like, yeah, but that was really nice. I gotta shout out Akeem Christmas. Sir, we love you. Thank you. All this started because I got a lot of help. I got a lot of help. And I'm just so thankful. So if somebody's like, I heard she slept outside. Yeah, I sure did. I sure did. And I'll do it again. Because, yeah, if you're not supposed to be somewhere, please leave. Please leave. Like, Lenoka, I could never sleep outside. Okay? You've probably never been through a lot of the shit I've been through. I can sleep outside and sleep great outside. Knocked out. When everybody's trying to tell people you're crazy or trying to make it seem like you're crazy, your first instinct is to show people how you're not crazy. And like I told y'all, if God telling me to do something, okay, well, watch this. And that's what I was doing. I was like, well, watch this. God gonna come. And what people don't know is I had asked my mom to come pick me up from work prior to all this going on. And she was like, oh, well, you're just gonna have to wait. It was like, why you just didn't tell me that so I could make other plans and then I wouldn't have to wait on you. We gotta heal from this, because at some point I'm setting myself up. And so that's what it was. It was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Let me just really try one more time to see if she gonna help and be a mom. It's like, nah. I had messaged her. I was like, you don't have to come get me. I'll walk home. And I was gonna have to walk 13 miles. So the first car came and I was like, no, it's okay. The second car came and I was like, no, it's okay. I'll just walk. And literally the third car came. Yeah, I need a ride. It was the third car, because I already know that little fable about the person asks God for help and he sent help 3 times. A stranger pulled over, drove me to Liberty 2000. If you know where my house is, that is like right up the street from my house. And so I just walked home because I didn't know who it was technically. So I didn't want them to know exactly where I live. So I got them to drop me off at the gas station and I walked the rest of the way. But yeah, it's because my mama at that point, it was like, dang girl, like, there is nothing I could literally ask you to go get me a Smarties from the store and she gonna be, I don't feel like going to the store. It's like, we could be at the store. I don't feel like bending down. Like, it's just, she's gonna keep finding reasons. God sent me a lot of help because I just was gonna deal with that on the other end, and I don't have a dad. I needed healing because my dad died and I was angry because he left me with my mama, and it was like, why are you so mad if that's your mama? That's what Lenoka had to heal from. And all y'all could see was name brand clothes. That's why you thought I couldn't handle nothing. That's why y'all, she's gonna move broke. What is she gonna do? She's gonna have to find a man. No, Lenoka can move around solo dolo. Before I was moving from lack, I know how to do my hair because my mama quit doing my hair at 12. You get what I'm saying? I was moving from lack. But things are better because I'm not moving from that perspective. I'm moving from, dang, my mama ain't help me and I had so much help. Everybody thought I had money and I still had help. That's the perspective I'm moving from. So it's more abundant. It's like, dang, fuck what I didn't have. Look at everything I got. You feel me? So it's not like a new person that y'all are seeing. Like I said, people don't really change. It's just more so Lenoka, this is the evolved, healed version of herself. You know, being your best self. I'm gonna be my best. But when you actually do it with intention, this is what comes. Yeah, now let's take picture.
You see me and you, we ain't that different. I struck the fuck out and then I came back swinging. Cause I don't need to lie no more. Nowadays all I do is shine. Take a breath and ease my mind, and she don't cry no more. She tell me that I get her high cause I ain't just supposed to fly. I ain't asking why no more. Oh no, I take it if it's mine. I don't stay inside the lines. It ain't 2009 no more. Yeah, I know what's behind that door.